Hi, I'm Robert, and I'm here to talk to you today about the National Defense Education Act. On October 14, 1947, the world would be introduced to a new sound. Erupting over the Mojave Desert, the world would find itself introduced to the first sonic boom. The next milestone would come on October 7, 1957, whenever over the radio, Americans all over the country heard this. This sound, broadcast from the satellite Sputnik, confirmed to the US that the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union was on. It had been only 10 years ago that the sound barrier had been broken, and now objects were being put in orbit around the sun. This speed of progress would without a doubt outrun the recycled German rocketry principles learned from the Second World War, meaning new innovative thinkers had to be brought into the world, as it would never be the same. And most importantly, they had to be smarter than the new scientists the Soviets were cooking up. So, in 1958, the National Defense Education Act was passed with the goal of eventually winning the space race. This set the state education requirements much higher for students. The thought was that by forcing students to take harder classes in areas of math, science, and engineering, America would see an overall elevated populace, giving them better thinkers and doers for tomorrow. This was to be the new fighting man. From the moment Sputnik launched, American leaders knew that war was no longer a game of troops or invasions, but rather a game of warheads, and ours needed to be the best, because now, war looked like this.
Set the alarms. Okay, I've got launch in process on 2 sorties.
Control of the final frontier would allow for almost undetectable attacks and reconnaissance. Therefore, it was imperative for the government to maintain control. This was the reason for the act, and it proved effective. From the time it was passed in 1958, a sophomore in high school would be old enough to be in the mission control room of the Saturn V moon rocket in 1969. It's for that reason that the act was considered a major success. The focus in STEM and engineering can still be seen in America today, as no longer are Americans trained for sending capsules full of warheads into orbit, but rather they train for sending capsules full of the men and women of tomorrow, who wish for nothing more but to reach up and touch the face of God. Thanks for watching.